What's up, my Madden Rebuild Warriors? My name is David, and this is Franchise Revival. Today, we are bringing you not just any rebuild, but a rebuild with a purpose. One, to find if we can create a 2,000-yard rusher in Madden 25 using the best rushing playbook in Madden 25, which I believe is the Los Angeles Chargers. And even though the whole purpose of this video, this rebuild, is to create a 2,000-yard running back, I think we find something else that's much more interesting. This playbook is probably better than we think it is. Could it be the number one playbook in all of Madden 25? Let's find out. Okay, guys, quick sidebar here. I forgot to mention we did trade for Braylon Allen and put him on the Los Angeles Chargers. Now, why did I do that? Well, if you watch the top playbooks for rushing in Madden 25, I talked about that my favorite type of running back happened to be Braylon Allen, big and strong. So he's 20 years old. He's not the starter on the team. This isn't a realistic rebuild. It's a rebuild with a purpose. So it's more of an experiment to see if we can reach 2,000 yards, if it's even possible. I've seen 1,800-yard rushers in a sim, so let's see if we can get to 2,000. It's week 1 of the 2024 season. We are doing the Los Angeles Chargers. It's all about the Los Angeles Chargers playbook because it's my number one rushing playbook. Now, most of the team is still here, except for we told you we were going to do it, and we're going to do it. We traded for Braylon Allen, who is my favorite running back. He's 6'1", 235, and 79 strength. He is 20 years old, big, fast, strong. This is the type of running back we need in our system. We got a lot of work to do, but yeah, we're all about seeing if we can maximize our rushing numbers here. That's what this is all about. It's not rebuilding the Chargers realistically. It's about how much can we get out of the running game from this playbook. So let's advance and get right into it. We've already trained. We have to also find out what is the secret strategy that leads to winning more games. And hopefully we can figure that all out. I'm looking to break 1,800 yards rushing in a season for Braylon Allen at some point, and we're going to keep going until we do that. We become a dynasty. We got a lot to do. We got a lot of work to do. So let's advance the first game of the season of the rebuild and get into it. All right, we lost 24-18. That's not good. Let's check out the results here. Justin Herbert, 3 interceptions. What the hell? All right, well, we got some things to work on here. We're not going to win games when Justin Herbert's turning the ball over. Do I have to fix him already? Because that would suck. All right, well, we'll see you maybe at the end of the season or midway, depending on if anything interesting happens. All right. Welcome to week 10. We are 8 games into the season at 3-5. We were on a 2-game winning streak. I thought we could get to 4-4, but that didn't happen as we took an L to the Browns of all teams, which were 1-7 at the time. Stats-wise, Justin Herbert had some problems early. Threw a lot of interceptions. We had to fix him. We put him on throw ball away, even though he was on ideal. I mean, the guy's good. And we had to switch up his throwing motion and make him throw the ball away, even though he's like a balanced quarterback and ideal in the pocket and decision maker. I don't know what is up with Justin Herbert, but he threw a tremendous amount of interceptions. But this playbook's all about Braylon Allen, the other Allen. Already at 539 yards halfway through the season for a low overall running back. He did get a nice boost recently because he reached 10 touchdowns. And when you go over 10 touchdowns, you get like +3 depending on the age of your running back. So big boost there for him. Lad McConkey He is our leader in receptions. Well, tied for the leader in receptions, but leader in reception yards and touchdowns. Tied for touchdowns, whatever. Will Disley, second in receptions. So feeding the tight end. Thought about trading Joshua Palmer and Khalil Mack, but we were 3-4, and I was like, we want to kind of have a somewhat good team because we want to be able to be competitive in games, so we can run the ball more. But now I'm regretting it after losing to the 1-7 Browns because Joshua Palmer, Khalil Mack, they need to be re-signed, and I don't really want to re-sign them. You can just find wide receivers in any draft at any point in any round. It is what it is. Maybe I franchise Khalil Mack and trade him away and get assets that way. But it is what it is. We are like mid-pack, not doing well. And part of that is because Justin Herbert throws interceptions. But look at this. We are first in passing yards allowed. Dead last in points. And we're getting ran on. Chargers don't have the greatest defense, and we saw that just the other night against the Bengals. So, well coached, just don't have a lot of the talent. But let's advance together. Speaking of the Bengals, we got them coming up next week. So let's see how we do against Tennessee, another bad team. I'm expecting a win, but you don't know. Get the win, 21-9. That's what I'm talking about. Let's take a look at this game, how it went for us. We just care about, one man only. Josh Allen. We just hit the Bills. Justin Herbert still fucking sucks. 2 passing touchdowns, 1 interception. Braylon Allen, 4.4 yards a carry, 80 yards, and a touchdown. He also had 2 receptions for 25 yards and a receiving touchdown. Ladd McConkey and Will Disley are the main guys on this team getting it done. Bosa. Well, there you go. I don't think we're going to make the playoffs. This isn't the real life Chargers. Teams don't really stink. Teams really stink in real life. But in Madden, the fucking 1-7 Browns can beat the Chargers. Whatever. But it's funny enough, we are pretty much caught up to where we were not too long ago when I started recording this, which was the Bengals versus the Chargers on Sunday Night Football, which was a really good game. So we'll see you at the end of the season. Week 18, 83 across the boards, 8-8. We are like 9th in the AFC. We need a miracle and a win to get in, but hopefully we can do that here. We've had our fair share of injuries. We lost Braylon Allen 4 weeks ago. Khalil Mack's pretty much out for the rest of the season. That really sucks, losing Braylon Allen. But hey, got to do what you got to do. Another thing we've had a problem with is freaking Justin Herbert. We'll talk about him later when we go over the stats for the year. But let's advance together and see if we have a shot in hell at making the playoffs. Oh, we made the playoffs! Playoffs! Yes, we made the playoffs. 2 clutch wins at the end of the season. Thank you, shit schedule. Holy crap. Did we fix Justin Herbert, by the way? I don't know. Let's go look at this game because Justin Herbert has thrown so many interceptions. All right. 283, 2 touchdowns for Justin Herbert. Doing pretty good. Our running backs suck. Can't do anything about that. Ladd McConkey is a lad indeed. I can't wait to see what his numbers look like for the season because he put on a show, I believe. And hey, we made the playoffs somehow. Probably would have made the playoffs had we, done the schedule to what it was in real life, but that's not what we did. We want to learn as we go. I don't even know what to do. Okay, so grades across the board: 11th in points, 12th in passing yards, 14th in rush yards, 14th in points against, 13th in passing yards against, and 20th in rush yards. I mean, we are just like gray, and we're going against one of the better teams in the league on the road. We'll talk about that later. Let's look at the stats for the year. Justin Herbert had 21 interceptions, and it only wasn't until recently where I moved around so many things. I really think red zone. That's the only thing I changed off of his abilities was red zone. And I don't know. He seems to be throwing less interceptions. I mean, dude, Braylon Allen only played 12 games. Can you imagine if he played 5 more, what that would have been? He would have gone over 20 touchdowns for sure. Absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I don't even want to talk about it. But Lad McConkey, the rookie, 94 receptions, 1,300 yards, 11 touchdowns. Let's go. Joshua Palmer sucks. Will Dissly with 73 catches. Not bad. Khalil Mack, he was our leader in sacks, and he only played, a certain amount of games. Bosa got 3 at the end to kind of boost his stats. Do we care about what the rest of the league did? Mahomes, 4,700 yards. Of course. 54 touchdowns and 8 interceptions. Jordan Love doing Jordan Love things. Josh Allen doing Josh Allen things. Both guys we've rebuilt with rushing wise. Aaron Jones. Okay. Damn. Should have been us. Should have been us. I think we would have beat them. Jaden Reed, slot god in that playbook. Devonta Smith. Wow. I mean, Lad McConkey's top 5 in passing yard or receiving yards. Christian Watson. It's go time. I think it's very fitting that we just ended our last rebuild with the Buffalo Bills, talking about how great that playbook is, and now we get to face them in the first round of the playoffs. Kind of cool. I don't think we have a shot now. It's fun. Harbaugh's first year, we made the playoffs. Still have a lot of work to do. And one of those people is Justin Herbert, because we got to make sure that guy stops throwing so many damn interceptions. And it'd be nice if we had Braylon Allen too. So this year is not the year, but here we go. Here's the upset of maybe the playoffs. Yeah, we lost. Unfortunate, but not unbelievable. We'll check out this game. 34-24. We don't have the defense to stop them. Of course. Justin Herbert seems a little bit better. 335 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. I mean, we were probably behind the 8 ball the entire time. It's like we could run much. Lad McConkey, 4 for 123 and a touchdown. Will Dissly. We really need a good tight end too. I think in this scheme, we need so much. I believe we need a lot to compete with the likes of the Bills, the Chiefs, the Ravens, and the Bengals. I mean, such a loaded side of the AFC and NFC. It's so loaded on the AFC. So there you go. See you for awards. The Pro Bowl, we have a couple guys here. We got Lad McConkey. He made it as wide receiver 4. Right tackle number 2, Joe Alt. And at outside linebacker, Joey Bosa. Time, and the MVP goes to Mahomes. You go over 50 passing touchdowns, you got to get it. You got Andy Reid. I mean, they're going for the three-peat. Holmes, Offensive Player of the Year. And we did get one award. We got Lad McConkey, Offensive Rookie of the Year, just beating out Braylon Allen. I would have liked Braylon Allen to have gotten it, but I'll take it. Well, the Bills beat the San Francisco 49ers in the Super Bowl 27-26. Josh Allen is the MVP. How about that for weirdness? Time to retain some of our talent, if you want to call it that. There's really nobody I'm interested except for Asante Samuel Jr. and Josh Palmer. So let's see what we can get Asante Samuel for. I think we're gonna, we'll give him a little bit more money. I'm not a big fan, so I'll stick to 4 years. I don't want to be in this guy's contract too long. And we retained a human being on our team. Let's check out Josh Palmer. He really didn't have that good of a year for us. I'm just gonna let him go. I'm not paying that for Josh Palmer. Forget it. That is pretty much it. You know, I'm bringing back Khalil Mack. Yeah, I mean, we could do it later. He's not interested. Carson Steele, we'll probably get him cheaper once he goes to free agency. A lot of these guys will be cheaper in free agency. And I don't really want any of them. No. Nope. Free agency time, and this is who we're targeting. We need to bring in an upgrade at center, and Ryan Kelly on a 1-year deal is someone we're going after. Hopefully we can get him over the Colts. Patrick Ricard. This man is an offensive lineman at fullback. Yes, we need this for our ultimate running scheme. A.J. Dillon, a great compliment to Allen. Chenault, he could probably transfer, and I probably will, to running back. I'll probably move him there because he is a great receiving back. And of course, we have Carson Steele, who I guess will either move back to running back or keep it fullback. We'll carry too. Why not? For free agency recap, Khalil Mack came back for $10 million, 5 guaranteed. We have Patrick Ricard, A.J. Dillon, Laviska Shenault. I mean, slim pickings here, but we had to build some kind of team. David Amenyata, he's going to play left end. Carson Steele, Eddie Goldman, Marquise Bell, backup safety. Derek Forrest, backup safety. Depth here with Chaseon, Gly Nichols, Stromberg, James Williams. We did what we could. So there you go. All right, so after we made those trades, we now have our first 2 seconds, 2/3, 3/4, a fifth, 2/6, and a seventh. We also have 3/3 next year. We might be moving up in the first round, so let's go over that. All right, so right now the mock looks like this. We have White, who's a top 5 talent. Allen, Short, who they're projecting us to. There's another tight end we can get in the second round that I'm going to try and trade up for. But the question really is, do we trade up to try and draft Rachaad White? He's a known top 5 talent. I don't like his size, 5'11", 180. Not really a fan. Or we could stay put and take who comes there. Or we can trade back and pick up more picks and then draft Eric Batch, who is a run-stopping right end, and we need that guy. What do we do? Do we take the known talent? I think I'm going to go with taking the known talent. Green Bay loves to draft corners. We'll probably have to get up to the Seahawks and see what that takes. So we'll probably do that during the draft. If White goes before the Seahawks, then oh well. As far as needs go, we definitely need another corner. We probably need 3 corners. A nose tackle, D ends, a tight end. Very important to this scheme. It looks like a center, a right guard, safeties, and a middle linebacker. Those are all kind of our needs. So hopefully we can try to get some of that and come away with a younger but improved team. We are going to move up from 20th to the Seahawks pick. We set a third next year, one of our 3 thirds, which got it done. And we are going to select a top 5 corner. What the fuck? Where did he go? Whoa, what a way off mock draft. No way. How do I do my life here? Oh no. How did that happen? There's no way. Bro. Well, looks like we had to trade up anyway to get Marshall Allen. I can't believe it. Let's see what Marshall's working with. 19th in true value. He's a run stopper. I never seen the mock draft so off that way. All right, so we're trading our pick to move up to the Browns pick. They need, well, a lot of players, and they have 0 cap room. So we're going to be moving a bunch of picks throughout the years. This year, our 2nd, our 4th, and our 5th, and we're going to send them a 5th in 2026 and 2027, another 5th to get 1 pick. There's a really good player there, and we need this guy for sure. Steve Hearns, 21 years old, looking really good, hybrid, getting the claps. Number 13 in true value, took him at 33. Hell yeah. All right, so we are giving up a lot here, I feel like, but we're getting the 2nd pick in the 2nd round of the draft. Got to move up, got to make moves. We really need this tight end, and I don't want to lose him. Von P. Ryan looks like the pick here. He's 21 years old. We're getting claps. Oh my God, 50 in true value at number 34. 6'6", 259, 21 years old, 87 speed, 89 acceleration, 7 strength. I mean, hidden development, I'll take that. I'll take it. Well, it's time to take an offensive lineman, and we have Nathan Carvey sitting here looking really good. Good elites across the board, 1 great at strength. I think my man right here is going to be a 1st-round talent. Number 28 in true value, we got him at 84. Let's go. All right, there's a bunch of corners I don't know much about. We do need another corner, but I'm going to wait on it given that there's a bunch of them still there. Really interesting prospect here, Mike Parham, 388 pounds, but he's 23. I'm not exactly sure I want to go after a guy who's 23 years old. We need youth. And there's one more really good lineman, I think, on the board here, and that's Rob Clinton. He fits what we need to do, and we're going to go ahead and draft him. 143 in true value, we got him at 92. That kind of sucks. All right, we're sitting here at pick 22 in the 4th round. We don't have another pick until the beginning of the 6th round, and we're looking at Glenn Roth here, kind of drafting blind, but he's got a lot of greats and elites. Good speed, solid strength. So hopefully my man is starting value. 98 in true value. Draft him at 118. Yes. Yes. All right. Please be really good. All right. Look at the draft recap.
Marshall Allen's a 75 overall. Stephen Hearns is a 75 overall. Von Pirine 73. Nathan Carvey's a 74. Missed on Rob Clinton, but he's still someone we can build up a little bit over the years. Glenn Roth, he's a 70, and he's a hidden development. So definitely missed on some people. Let's go take a look at to see who drafted that corner and how good was he. 77 overall. I mean, he was 23, but he went 12th. Wow. How did I miss that? All right, good. He's not a hidden development. I hate when they do these top 5 guys that aren't superstars. Who got the best player in the draft? The fullback in the 6th round. Okay. Welcome to week 1. We are 84 on offense and 80 on defense, going backwards on defense and 82 overall. Let's take a look at the roster real quick. Of course, we have a revenge game narrative against us with Joey Bosa being traded away to the Eagles to open the season. But let's take a look at this roster real quick. Herbert starting. We got Braylon Allen up to a 78. Got some good backups here. We got Patrick Ricard. What a find there. We got Ladd McConkey and Quentin Johnson. Chenault Jones and Mac Hollins. They don't look like the greatest options, but they are probably the best we can find at run blocking. We got Von Pirine. He is a superstar X Factor. Let's go. The offensive line's looking pretty good. I'm liking where it's going. Got a nice find here, Nathan Carvey. And we're going to start the rookie here, Rob Clinton. He's only 2 points off of overall from Sawyer, or whatever his name is, and he's much, much younger. So we're going to start him. Of course, Joe Alt is a beast. He'll help out the rookie right next to him, David Amenyata. I don't even know if that's how you say his name. He's starting with Blyde Nichols. We got the rookie Marshall Allen. Low overall, we got Tooley starting. Henley and Carlson are linebackers. Khalil Mack still here, the veteran on defense. Glenn Roth, the hidden development star rookie, is starting. Steve Hearns and Derwin James. So that's your starting lineup. Let's advance together. We have a tough matchup. You know, it's a slow rebuild here, so it's not like real life where we're just gonna be good despite the overall. We've already trained, run outside, and all right. As we expect, the defense isn't good.
So looking at the stats from this game, Justin Herbert did go over 300 yards passing. He had 2 passing touchdowns with no interceptions. So a much more positive start for him than last year. Braylon Allen failed to put up many more yards, but he did have 2 rushing touchdowns. Ladd McConkey, 7 for 103, no touchdowns. But Zay Jones and Quentin Johnson definitely got in the box there. And we got a sack from the rookie, so that's good to see.
The midway point for the Los Angeles Chargers. We are 8 games in, and we're 7-1. I did not think we'd be here. Yeah. First in points, kind of the middle of the pack the rest of the way, except for opponent rush yards. We are 7th best. We've lost Braylon Allen for 2 games, so we'll talk about the stats. Herbert, he's never going to lead the league in passing yards. Maybe passing touchdowns would be, there. Right now he's like on pace for 50 passing touchdowns, which is crazy. Braylon Allen's 62 yards a game. He did get hurt a game, so kind of hurting his average. His average is starting to creep up a little bit. He was under 3.5 before, but AJ Dillon filled in for him, and AJ Dillon is just as big, but he's heavier by 12 pounds, and he's stronger by 5 or 6 strength points. I think he's an 85 strength, where Braylon Allen's 79. It's a shame that he's 27 years old because he's perfect for this system. And look at that. He was 5.9 yards a carry when he filled in for those 2 games. So there you go. Lab McConkey on pace to touch maybe 100 receptions, go over 1,200 yards, and have double-digit touchdowns. I don't know about 18 touchdowns, but the way these numbers work these days in these Madden sims is kind of crazy. Quentin Johnson have a nice year. He should go up in dev if he stays on the way he is. And P. Ryan, tight end, looking pretty good. I like the way he's looking. We can get him over 900 yards and 10 touchdowns. I'll take it. Defensively, I mean, we're getting it done. We were winning some. We'll look at the schedule. We were looking at winning some games. I mean, look at that. We gave up 28 points. You have 32 points, 28 points, 22 points. But we are like scoring machine, man. Only one game under 24 points. So it's all on the offense. This offense, I mean, we already know that the defense is one of my favorite defensive playbooks. And this offense might be one of my favorite offenses. This is crazy, man. I never thought we'd be 7-1. Look how this is the best team I've ever had perform at this low of an overall. It's insane. It's the power of these playbooks. And just so you know, we've been training all season with or strategizing with outside run on offense. So we have a tough matchup here against the Chiefs. The first time we're playing the Chiefs, I believe, and we got to see what we can do here. Hopefully, you guys are good luck and we get this win. And we get the win. Another game we had to outscore our opponent 34-28. I mean, this is just life in the AFC. Let's take a look at this game together. Justin Herbert, 243, 2 touchdowns and an interception. But Braylon Allen, 27 rushes, 112 yards and a rushing touchdown. And we put Chenault in the pass catching down because I think I'm saying this when Braylon Allen gets 27 touches. Braylon Allen was getting hurt, and I think it's because he was in all 3 slots. He was a starting running back, power back, and receiving back, and I think he needs a break, and he's just not there yet as far as his overall goes. Zay Jones coming through. That's another thing. I forgot to mention, we were without our star wide receiver Lab McConkey for that game, and Zay Jones had to fill in. So I'll take it, man. Both tight ends getting fed here, which is crazy. Big Ricard getting 2 catches. All right. Well, this rebuild. I thought before I started this, we were gonna be picking high in the draft, and this was gonna be a rebuild year with what we had to do. Oh no. Oh, that's fine. All right, so we are pretty much all healthy, and we still have the second half of the season to go. So we'll see you at the end of the season. The playoffs. We are an 88 overall on offense, an 85 overall on defense, 14-3, the number 1 seed in the AFC, number 2 in points, number 3 in pass yards, 10th in rushing, 10th in points allowed, 13th in pass yards against, and 10th in rush yards against. I think this team is overperforming like you wouldn't believe. I mean, this is amazing. Let's look at the stats, if you will. 4,447 yards passing, 41 touchdowns, at 8 interceptions. That's well over what I thought Herbert was going to do. I thought he was going to only be close to 4,000 like he was last year. But a big improvement. Braylon Allen didn't crack 1,000, but he did have 17 rushing touchdowns. Oh, he would have been over 1,000 yards had he not missed 2 games. Yeah, I think until he gets his injury up a little bit, he can't be our every down back. He needs a little help there. And Laviska Chenault's doing quite well. I mean, look at this. Everyone's over 4 yards a carry except for Blaine Allen. Lad McConkey, 87 receptions, 1,100 yards, 13 touchdowns. Missed 2 games as well. Quentin Johnson, pretty good. Just missed 1,000 yards. P. Ryan just missed 900 yards. And Zay Jones did a pretty good job filling in. I will have to say that. And he was primarily being brought in to be a run blocker. Khalil Mack still got it. Our leader in sacks with 13. This is disappointing from the rest of the guys, but we'll take it. Here's the big thing. Our middle linebacker, Henley, got 5 interceptions along with Asante Samuel Jr. Derwin James had 3. Cam Hart had 2. And Glenn Roth, the rookie, had 2. Cam Hart went up in development. He became a star, which was nice to see. Let's see where we stack up with the rest of the league. Patrick Mahomes, of course, led the league along with Joe Burrow and then Justin Herbert, all in the AFC. I mean, we're still in the AFC. It's, wow, a lot of firepower in the AFC. Patrick Mahomes, 54 touchdowns to 10 interceptions, followed by Joe Burrow, Brock Purdy, and Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert with 121.7 passer rating. Rushing yard leaders, Josh Jacobs, no surprise there. Lamar Jackson has 22 rushing touchdowns, followed by Chubb, Barkley, Mixon. So Braylon Allen, give him a full season and some more on his overall, and he's going to be breaking records. Holy shit. 1,700 yards receiving for Amon-Ra St. Brown. Jamar Chase, he's always got over 100 yards catching for the most part unless he gets hurt. Amon-Ra, Puka, slot is the rule. So is Rashee Rice. Who's the leader in touchdowns? It's Amon-Ra, followed by Tyler Boyd and Stephon Diggs. And I'm always afraid to look at defensive totals because it'll glitch out. I'm going to get revenge on the Buffalo Bills. We have them in the division round of the playoffs, except this time we're home. We're without Laviska Shenault, who was going to be our secret weapon, so that's fun. But let's advance together and see if we can get to the AFC Championship, which will probably face off against the Ravens. I'm going to see the Ravens. And we lost. Well, it's always tough, man. Yeah, and we lost Braylon out in that game. Come on, man. Let's see what happened. Yeah, I mean, Justin Herbert didn't play his best. Yeah, I mean, it looks like Allen got hurt. He had 1 carry for minus 3 yards and left the game. Yeah, that's a demoralizer. That's unfortunate. All right, well, as good as that team was, they were 1 and done in the playoffs. I mean, as far as I remember, that is typical Los Angeles Chargers for what they did in the playoffs back when I was a kid. When they had Philip Rivers and they had some of those great teams, and then they choked in the playoffs. So Chargers are going to charge, as the saying goes. But I'm extremely proud of this rebuild. I actually think we're ahead of where we should be, given what this team was. So I have some more thoughts on this. Pro Bowl time, we have Herbert, who made it. I'm surprised that we didn't have anybody else make it except for P. Ryan, the tight end, the rookie tight end, which is nice. Rashawn Slater made it. Joe Alt made it. And Khalil Mack made it. I can't believe we didn't have a corner make it, a safety make it. I thought we'd have a little bit more people, but hey, it's all right. It's okay. We don't need awards. Yearly awards time. Mahomes wins MVP. Of course, we did get Jim Harbaugh as Coach of the Year. That is for sure. Mahomes, best Offensive Player of the Year. Max Crosby, Defensive Player of the Year. P. Ryan just loses out to Glenn Dune as Rookie of the Year in the AFC. Levi Favors gets it over Glenn Roth and Brian Dubins. So the Browns, Browns did pretty good this year. Mahomes, best QB, Mixon, Jamar Chase. I mean, it's pretty much the usual suspects here. Greg Rousseau, best D-line, Max Crosby, beats out Khalil Mack, L'Jarius Sneed, and the best kicker is Justin Tucker. The 2025 season ends with the Buffalo Bills winning back-to-back championships over the 49ers for the second straight year. You'd love to see it if you aren't a fan of the 49ers. And, I mean, how fitting since we just did a Buffalo Bills rebuild. They get back-to-back championships. Well, it's re-signing time before we get to free agency. And I think Khalil Mack's time has come to an end here. And I don't really see anybody else I want to bring back right now. Usually when you re-sign them before they hit free agency, they're a little bit more expensive, and I can usually get any of these guys I want back cheaper in free agency. But I just want to say this as I just scan through these guys, which we're going to be letting test the market. We have 134 million, and I think this might be the best playbook, especially if you're building a smaller team. A smaller team isn't, I mean, a team that is a low overall, because we had a very low overall team to begin last season, and we became the best team in the NFL and the AFC, and we got the number 1 seed, and we shot up to an 88 on offense, and when our defense went from an 80 to an 84, which isn't bad. And I mean, I don't know, man. I know we had some good young rookies and good young players and stuff like that, but I had Zay Jones as our third wide receiver, and built my team around blocking and stuff like that, and I think we're on the path of this might be the best playbook in Madden 25, especially because when I put out the video talking about the best rushing playbooks, someone told me they immediately jumped into a rebuild with the Chargers and had an undefeated season with a really good team. So I think we're on to something here. So I can't wait. The goal is to get a 1,800-yard rushing to 2,000-yard rusher, which might be impossible, but we're going to try and do it. That is the goal of this rebuild. But if we find out this is the best playbook of all of Madden 25, I'm not going to be upset about that either. So, especially if you're trying to build a young team. We saw, where did he go? Let's go talk about offensive line here for a sec. I mean, Braylon Allen's now an 88, but he's getting boosted, so we can't talk about that right now. Vlad McConkey, 2 years, is a 94 overall. Superstar. He's already a superstar. I always want to say Vereen. It's Von Piron. But this guy right here, he was a 68 overall, and now he's a 77. He grew pretty fast. You hit 4,000 yards, you get a bunch of upgrades. You hit, 25 team rushing touchdowns, your offensive line gets a big boost. You hit 35 passing touchdowns and 40 passing touchdowns, your offensive line gets a big boost. You hit a certain amount of rushing yards as a team, your offensive line gets a big boost. So this guy got a lot of overall points from hitting all these goals, and that's probably why this playbook is so good, because we hit rushing touchdowns, passing yards, rushing yard goals that all made a 68 overall rookie right guard become, almost an 80 overall, and he's 23. It's like you can find guys in the draft that are 23 and not as good as Rob Clinton. So I mean, it's a great playbook, and we already know that their defense is one of my favorite defenses already. I mean, we had nobody's on defense. I mean, yes, we were giving up a lot of points, and that's another great testament to the Chargers offensive playbook. We had Marshall Allen, who we drafted. He's now up over an 80. It turned Henley into a great player out of nowhere. Khalil Mack was a Pro Bowler. I mean, it sucks he regressed, but he was awesome. Asante Samuels had 5 interceptions, and I think Hearns had 5 interceptions. So it was a great move. All right, so that's just my little rant on this as we go further into this rebuild. This is going to probably take a couple videos, so stick around. We'll get to part 2.